Hello, I'm Jonasz Rewiński and this is Military Mind. Armed conflicts, defense and security, land, sea and air. We've got you covered. Overnight, Russian troops attacked Ukraine with 86 Shahed attack drones, according to the Ukrainian Defense Forces. Kiev officials have recorded 10 UAV attacks targeting different locations. Shelling in the southern Ukrainian region of Kherson left one person dead and 13 wounded. The Russian army hit 38 settlements in the region. Attacks were also reported in Kharkiv, where a couple was killed in their car by Russian strikes. Meanwhile, on the night of the 1st of September, Ukrainian drones attacked an electrical substation in the town of Kropotkin in the Russian Krasnodar region. According to local media, the Kropotkin substation was hit by attack drones. It supplied power to the regional energy system and key railroad hubs. Now, on the front line, Russian troops did not gain full control of any major city during their latest offensive, according to Ukraine's general staff. The comments were made in relation to Moscow's statements about the results of the spring-summer campaign of 2025, as they called it. Now, according to the Ukrainian side, the Russian report is based on, and I quote, wishful thinking and outright lies, as after 3.5 years, its latest offensive campaign has ended in almost nothing. Instead, since the beginning of the year, Russians have lost almost 210,000 of their soldiers, killed or wounded in senseless battles in the Kharkiv, Luhansk and Donetsk regions. The General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine adds that the Russian fake reports about security zones in the Sumy and Kharkiv regions are an attempt to hide the failures of operations that have resulted in a dead end and tens of thousands of casualties. The figures presented by Moscow on the seized territories and settlements are significantly overstated, the Ukrainian military adds. Now, in the Middle East, on the other hand, Israeli forces have resumed heavy shelling of the Gaza Strip. At least 43 Palestinians have been killed in Gaza since Saturday, according to local hospitals. Most of the casualties were reported in Gaza City. Gaza's largest hospital, Shifa, said 29 bodies had been taken to its morgue, including 10 people killed while seeking help and others wounded across the city. Meanwhile, Abu Obaida, the spokesperson for Hamas's armed wing, has been killed in an aerial attack in Gaza City, Israel has said. The IDF and Israel's security agency Shin Bet reported that was made possible due to prior intelligence gathered by the IDF's intelligence directorate that had identified his hiding place. Obaida was among the few remaining senior members of Hamas's military wing from before its deadly attack on the 7th of October 2023, which targeted southern Israel. Now, recently we told you about the new Ukrainian missile, the FP5 Flamingo. The Ukrainian Defense Forces have actually conducted a series of test launches of this latest missile, which has already become a symbol of technological breakthrough in the field of long-range weapons. According to available data, Flamingo is capable of covering a distance of up to 3,000 kilometers, striking targets deep within enemy territory. Its warhead can weigh up to 1,150 kilograms, making the FP5 one of the most powerful Ukrainian missiles in its class. Operators note the high accuracy and flexibility of the missile, which could become a key element in the strategy of deterring Russia by striking both resources and logistics at long range. couple of more interesting facts. First, some commentators incorrectly said that this is basically a copy of a drone from the Soviet era called Vystrij, which is not really true. The missile is actually brand new. Also, it's worth noting, it is a simple design. It has fixed wings. It doesn't actually have a launcher, which would allow for the missile to be hidden inside a container, for example. However, simplicity could also be an advantage here, because Ukraine wants to manufacture a lot of them. And I'm quite sure that the Russian oil refineries within the range of that missile are not going to be particularly happy about the prospect. Now, moving on to our next story today. The Special Forces unit of the Ukrainian intelligence delivered a precision strike on one of the enemy's most valuable targets in temporarily occupied Crimea. A Russian 9-1N6E radar complex, part of the S-400 Triumph anti-aircraft missile system, was destroyed. This radar is responsible for detecting air targets at long distances, ensuring the operation of the entire air defense system. The cost of a single air defense complex like this one is measured in hundreds of millions of US dollars, and its loss significantly reduces Russia's ability to defend its airspace over Crimea. Analysts emphasize that this is not only a powerful symbolic move, but also a practical weakening of Russia's air defense umbrella, opening up new opportunities for the Ukrainian defense forces. S-400 Triumph, well, more like S-400 Epic Fail this time. Also, opportunities might actually include a certain bridge, and there have already been animations online with flamingos swarming around that particular structure. Well, anyway, we're moving on. In the Donetsk region, a Ukrainian soldier demonstrated incredible courage and skill. During a battle on the outskirts of Dobropillya, he single-handedly managed to capture 3 Russian troops. The video shows the soldiers acting decisively and confidently, forcing the occupiers to lay down their arms. The prisoners were taken to the competent authorities for further processing.
Оце нам нравиться, коли так москалі на нас наступають. Покидали автомати, руки попіднімали і кажуть, що все, їбано штурмувати, ми хочемо в полон, блядь. Заєбісь. О, так от. 1 на 3. Бо що, правильно, 93-й работає, ніхуй снідать.
Pokemon Go Russian edition actually happens in real life, but the principles are the same. Gotta catch them all. Now, footage has appeared online showing Russian soldiers inspecting their destroyed equipment in the Ocheretino area of Ukraine's Donetsk region. The video shows an overturned Ural VPK armored vehicle, several destroyed BTR-80 armored personnel carriers, as well as a couple of BMP infantry fighting vehicles with additional factory protection elements. However, it turns out these protection elements didn't save these vehicles from Ukrainian fire. Also, a T-72B3 tank, one of the main combat models of the Russian army, was also lost in this skirmish.
Как ты ссышь, например. Ну, поздно я уже зацепил. Такая. Вот такая. Вот такая. И давно уже здесь лежит. Да может перевернем, да поедем. Не въебаный. А вот это въеб. Вот такая лесополка, блин. Была, наверное, густая, да? Это вот такими кустиками мы прятались от дронов. Такими маленькими.
And with this, we conclude today's edition of Military Mind. Stay with us here on TVP World for more latest news and updates.